Hello everyone, welcome to the world's most famous intersection, the Shibuya Scramble. A tourist attraction that was not meant to be a tourist attraction. It's basically, tourists made it an attraction. It's a tourist attraction made by tourists for tourists. Why? I don't know, it's a freaking cool pedestrian lane, or it's a cool intersection that crosses, Shibuya Crossing. And because of that, it's now really famous. I'm talking about it like it's negative or I don't care about it. But I actually enjoy it every time I cross it. It's a blast. But before we do the most famous thing ever, which is to cross the Shibuya Crossing, let's make a little left here. Because now, I am about to show you probably the world's most famous dog, and his name is Hachiko, our little puppy right there. If you don't know the story of Hachiko, it's a very sad story. This young gentleman of a dog, unfortunately, his owner passed away, and they had a daily routine that he'd be waiting by the station for the owner to come back home from work. But unfortunately, since the owner did pass away, he never came back. He never came home. But Hachiko, the good little guy, waited until the day he died. And with that, he has now become the world's most famous dog. And to that, say respect to Hachiko. But when it comes to Hachiko, people use Hachiko as the meeting spot in Shibuya. Most people say, oh, where you at? Oh, I'm in Shibuya. Oh, let's meet at Hachiko. Almost everyone's gonna say that, and of course it's a great place to take photos. It's just really good timing that normally whenever we go to Hachiko, the line is crazy long. We just got lucky, like there's just a few people there, but now there are people taking pictures. All right, now let's go to the forefront of Shibuya Crossing. We're not gonna cross yet, because I just wanna talk about it first. But holy crap, if you can take like an overview, look at that. Thousands of people pass by this intersection. And of all days, we picked the most appropriate day. We chose to come here on a Saturday night, just to show y'all how busy it can be. I mean, people are, especially Japanese people, they're normally really polite. But when it comes to the context of trains and to the context of Shibuya Crossing, the politeness just goes out the window, and we just, we always bump each shoulders. I mean, that's the fun part of it. I mean, again, let's see. If you can see there in camera, there's the Mario Kart. Keep it low. If you can, hopefully you guys can see it. Hopefully you guys saw it there. But that's the Mario Kart type go-kart attraction that a lot of people do. You can find it obviously here in Shibuya. You can find it in Shinjuku. These are the two primary places that you can find the go-karts. Locals hate it. I've never been on it. I'm sure it's fun, but as a concept, I think it's quite dangerous because you're gonna make people that don't normally live or drive around Tokyo drive around Tokyo. Not the safest thing, but it does look fun. But locals are not they're not the biggest fans of it. But check it out. Shibuya Crossing. I actually pass by here every day to go to work. And of course, when I pass by here, like in the morning, it's like what, 7 a.m. or so, it is extremely free. It is not busy as you're seeing right now. And you think like, oh wow, Shibuya Crossing can be peaceful at times, as long as you go at 6 or 7 a.m. So if you want to make sure that there's no line, when it comes to Hachiko, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. is your best bet. But here we go. We're doing the thing. Look at me. I'm a tourist crossing Shibuya Crossing. Amazing. Look at this. Look at the vibe. You can see people left and right with their phones up, videoing themselves. Honestly, it's a good vibe. Real locals, because obviously, I just moved here a year ago, but real locals, they're probably annoyed at it. I personally find it amusing because the people are just having a good time. And that's what you want to do. You want to go travel around and have a good time. And you can see here, check it out. Somebody's singing, try it out. So that's I believe I believe that's a male singing, but with, you know, I think he's using something to make his voice like sound like a girl, or he's just really talented. And we can check here at the left before we enter the street. We have this guy beatboxing, and then we have this guy rapping. Man, Shibuya is popping. That's what you get for a Saturday night. And as we enter here, with music in the left ear and right ear, we are now entering Shibuya Sentagai, which is basically, you know, Shibuya Central Street, Central Area, Central District. It's called Central District for a reason, because we are in the middle of everything. Left and right, you're gonna see it. Something that I've been mentioning forever. We have bars and karaoke. Normally, that's what you're gonna see when you go to a major tourist spot. Bars and karaoke. You can see it right here. There's a Big Echo, one of the biggest chains when it comes to karaoke. I believe Big Echo, if I'm not mistaken, has at least 7 branches here in Shibuya. Amazing. Oh, let's take a peek here. This is what we call gachapon, or gacha gacha, or in English you can say, you know, capsule toys. They have a wide variety of toys. If no matter what fandom you're part of, you're gonna find something for you. So whether that be the obvious Pokemon, Sanrio, or even here, if you guys saw it, they even have Powerpuff Girls. I'm not even joking. For some reason, like 2024 onwards, like, and this year 2025, Powerpuff Girls is getting popular here in Japan. You can ask me why? I have no idea. And it's cool. I grew up with Powerpuff Girls, and I'm not ashamed to say that. I think Powerpuff Girls are pretty cool. And yes, Buttercup is the best. Amazing. Look at this. Look at the vibe of this. It's a shame that not a lot of them are you know, open right now, because it is around, like, we're filming at around 9:30 p.m. right now to really show you the real vibe of Shibuya. And basically, yes, left and right, there are people laughing and shouting their hearts out because they've already drank their hearts out, and they're probably on the way to another bar. That's Shibuya for you. Look at these pretty lights. I mean, it's just a billboard, and it's still fun to look at. And as we're walking up here, I want to say, if you can raise the camera so you can see the vibe, this amount of people is not that a lot compared to the previous years of Halloween. When people think of Halloween in Japan, Shibuya is what comes to people's minds. Shibuya is the place to be in, or used to be the place to be in, when it comes to Halloween, because everyone would just come here in their costumes, take photos, and drink in public. So that's been the culture here in Shibuya. If you can watch, like, there are a lot of videos online of Shibuya in Halloween. Oh my god, it is as crazy as can be. It's gonna be sardines, left and right, you're gonna be shoulder to shoulder, packed with everyone. It's a fun time, but if you don't like being sardines with other people, then I guess it's not a fun time. But unfortunately, they've recently banned celebrating Halloween here because they have too much fun. People normally drink too much and they cause a ruckus, they vandalize, they destroy property, and the government doesn't like that, for good reason. But I want us to go straight a bit here, and in this intersection we see a random mascot over there, if you can see on the right. It's Shibuya. You see whatever you're gonna see. Oh, on a passing note, I want to talk about McDonald's. McDonald's here is actually pretty good. I come from the Philippines, and McDonald's there's, you know, I grew up with the McDonald's there. I like it, but the quality of the ingredients that they use here in Japan is really good. Like, their patties taste a lot healthier. I don't walk out of McDonald's like feeling like I destroyed my stomach. Some people like that feeling. I don't like that feeling. So if ever you find yourself in Japan, And I know it might sound weird for me to recommend it, but I highly recommend that you go to McDonald's, especially in the morning during their breakfast time, because I absolutely love their mega muffin. You know, it's a regular like McDonald's muffin, but mega. So they're like 2 patties, and another patty just makes it a lot better. And of course, 3 videos in a row, we're gonna see Don Quixote. But what's special about this Don Quixote, you'll get a better shot of it once we cross this intersection. Specifically, about this branch of Don Quixote, it is a mega donkey, which basically means it's a bigger branch. I've been in this branch a lot of times. To be honest with you, the difference between a mega and a non-mega branch is that there's just more people in a mega. If you were to ask for my recommendation, whatever Don Quixote you'd find, be happy with that, because it's probably not going to be as crowded as a mega. I'm not saying don't go to it. If you're an actual like brand new tourist, check it out. I mean, you're a tourist, so find out whatever, do the most basic tourist stuff. That's going to be worth your while, I guarantee it. But I wanted to talk about this little store. It's actually not a little store, it's a pretty huge branch, to be honest. This is GU. I'm pronouncing it GU, but in the past, like what? I have to be honest, in the past 7 years, I've been pronouncing this by GU. I don't know, I just say G, the letters GU, I'm gonna say GU. But it turns out you pronounce it as GU. Why? Because in Japanese, the word GU means freedom. That's all that I know about it. But now, at least you, whenever you see this brand, you can pronounce it properly. It's called GU and not GU. To those of you who don't know, GU is a sister company of Uniqlo. So if you are a big fan of Uniqlo, oh, that's fine. Dozo. Mondai nai desu. Right. So yeah, of course, a lot of people are having fun drinking. It's fine. That's the fun of Shibuya. So again, GU is a sister company of Uniqlo, a great place for different, more of like lifestyle wear. It's a bit cheaper. If you were to ask me, I still do prefer Uniqlo, but if you want a different sort of like variety of things, I highly recommend GU. But let's go back to this intersection because I want to make a turn here and show other stuff about Shibuya for y'all. Coco, you know, if you're a milk tea lover, it's a very international brand. You probably already know that. But let's make a turn here. Oh shoot, it's the popo. Oh my god, it's Shibuya Patrol. Act cool. Act nonchalant. Am I acting nonchalant? Alright, now we're gonna make up to this street already. You can see that it is a fun little intersection. We got multiple game centers over there, another karaoke place over here, and honestly, wow, I'm quite surprised. Normally, the reason why I wanted to pass by this specific like plaza area is you could normally see people sitting down on these railings drinking, but it's empty. I guess this police box called Koban is a bit more strict now. But honestly, normally people would be like drinking and smoking here. But I guess, you know, the police are really cracking down on things, keeping things a bit more strict. I mean, it's good for the locals, not good for fun in general, but it's pretty good. Oh yeah, I want to talk about this bar. This bar is called Shinjidai. They are all over town. Shinjidai is famous for one thing: their fried chicken skin. You can see the bit in the photo over there, but yeah, think about it. You can see it's 50 yen per stick. If you love street food, this is the place to go. Fried chicken skin. They normally serve it like in a pyramid style. Highly recommended. You can find it in Shibuya, Shinjuku, Ikebukuro, almost everywhere that's a major city. Highly recommended. Pretty good. Now, let's make our way here. I want to show you this little street that has a lot of fun stuff. Also, another bit of advice. This is a drugstore. I know a lot of people like in YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Everyone's all about the konbini, 7-Eleven, Lawson, Family Mart, and for good reason. They're pretty good, convenient places, as the name suggests. But I would highly recommend that you guys check out a drugstore if you pass by one, because on that topic, look at this line on the right. This is the line for Ichiran. Crazy. I mean, again, I mentioned in the last video that I love Ichiran, but I'm not gonna line up for an hour for it. Yeesh. But as I was saying about drugstores are a good option because they offer almost the same thing that you'd find in a konbini, just a bit more stuff, but the prices are significantly better. I'll use my favorite example. Something that I buy quite often, Pocari Sweat. If you go to a konbini, like the, let's say the 900 ml goes for like 180 to 190 yen. I mean, sure, that might be cheap if you convert it to your local currency, but again, 180, 190 yen. But if you were to go to a drugstore, you can find that exact same size of Pocari for like 110 yen. So that's roughly 70 yen cheaper, roughly like what, 40% cheaper, and that's something I'd really suggest. All right. So the reason why I wanted to come up these steps, I want to show this mall, Shibuya Park. This is somewhere that I frequented it quite a lot. Solely because on one of the upper floors of Shibuya Park, you will be able to find the Pokemon Center. One of the many good number of Pokemon centers here in Tokyo. But the reason why I like this one is because it really does feed off, or they really use the Shibuya vibe, which is a bit more like, I was gonna say vandalism, but more of like they use a lot of graffiti, they use a lot of that street vibe, unlike other branches which focus on the Pokemon being Pokemon. This one, they put focus on the Pokemon being cool, like dressing up with streetwear, spray painting, graffiti walls. It's a really good mall. I highly recommend it if you're gonna visit Shibuya. Head up Parko. On the same floor as the Pokemon Center, you can find Nintendo. It's a huge store of Nintendo. You can find stuff like stuff from Zelda, Pokemon as well, and other Nintendo exclusive games. All their merch is there, or like Animal Crossing. If you played Animal Crossing, you're gonna love it there. It's a very versatile store. You can find anything, no matter what game or age you are, you can find something in Nintendo store. And on the same floor as well, you can find the Jump Shop. If you're not familiar, Jump is the, brand, or it's basically the company that does all our favorite manga and anime, everyone's favorite, the Narutos, the Dragon Ball, the One Piece, the Bleach, the My Hero, all of those, you can find good merch there. It's a really, really nice building. But if you're not a fan of anything there, in the lower floors of Shibuya Park, you can find pop-up stores of like different type of pop culture. It's something worth looking at. Oh, and on our right now, we're gonna be seeing Muji, probably one of the flagship stores of Muji here in Tokyo. If you're not familiar, Muji is one of the best brands when it comes to household items. So whether that be a bed frame, or a table, even clothes, I highly recommend you go to Muji. And if you're in Shibuya, it would be nice to visit this branch because they also carry a lot of food, and they also have their own cafe, their own Muji cafe. It's something different. I know there's Muji all across the world, but I don't think Muji cafe is like a common thing to see. So that's something nice for you guys to check out. We're recording right now at 9:30 p.m. Again, we're doing this in February, and we're gonna take a turn here, and it is absolutely freezing. My Filipino skin cannot handle this. My skin gets so dry. So if you're visiting at around like winter time here in Japan as well, you better invest in some good lotion. You gotta moisturize. You gotta keep your skin healthy. And on that specific note, it's around, the weather app said that it's around 2-3 degrees right now, but because it does get quite windy, it feels like -3, -4. So you gotta really layer up when you come here. But I wanted to pass by this area because of this store. Of course, it's closed right now because again, it's like what, 9:30 or closer to 10 now, because of this store, Loft. If you are somebody who is looking for a nice souvenir for yourself or for whoever you're gonna bring back home, Loft is a good option to go for because they basically have everything that you'd want, whether that be stationery, whether that be home goods, whether that be stickers, whether that be makeup, actually anything you want, you can probably find it in Loft. It is a bit on the pricier side. Like, you're not gonna find a lot of cheap products there, but because none of them are cheap, all of them are of quality. So I'd highly recommend that you guys check out Loft when you have a chance. I specifically recommend this branch because, you know, it's a huge building. There's a basement floor and the ground level. It's a really big branch. You can find it all over Tokyo, but this branch is probably the best one. It's probably the biggest one too, with the most variety. Oh, and another tip. If you're a tourist, keep your passport on hand the whole time. Aside from it being part of the law, that you are literally required by law to, let's take a turn here. You're required by the law to have your passport on hand, just for, you know, identification purposes. And of course, you'd want to take advantage of tax-free shopping, which goes for around like what, I believe it's 10% off. So whatever you find right now, especially if you're coming from the States when you're using US dollars, of course the currency, the exchange rate is significantly better. And on top of that, if you're going to have use the tax-free or take advantage of the tax-free, that's going to be great for you. And we are back. This is Shibuya Sentagai. Again, we came here initially, then we turned there, but I wanted to go back here towards the crossing again because I wanted to show you one of the newest places here in Shibuya. I mean, it's not crazy new, but it did open during the pandemic. Oh, hey, I want to talk about this one. This is Hub. As you can see, it's a British pub. If for whatever reason you're in Japan and you're sick of, I don't know, why would you be sick of it? If you're sick of Japanese culture and you want more of the British vibe, British culture, you can definitely go to Hub. It's a good spot for British or for like foreign beer. For some whatever reason you're sick of Asahi, Sapporo, Orion, Suntory, Yebisu. Oh, I hope you're never sick of Yebisu because that's the best. And we're back here. Our rappers are still rapping, our beatboxers are still beatboxing, but we can now see a good view of Shibuya Scramble. Wow. I've been there once, and I've been to a good number of these sky decks here in Shibuya, in Tokyo. So of course we have Shibuya Sky. We have, what do you call this? Tokyo Tower. We have Sky Tree. We have the one in Roppongi, Mori Tower, I believe is the name. Oh, full of music. I really hope you guys can still hear me. So as I was trying to say, Shibuya Sky. I've been here once, and out of all the towers or sky decks, it has the best vibe. Primarily because, not because it's the highest tower, but just the vibe. Like there's an outdoor area, like an actual roof deck that there's nothing above you. It's a nice chill vibe. There's some nets that you can lie down on. And there's also, in the indoor area, there's like a bar that you can go up for. And the views are just insane because you're in Shibuya. You're in the middle of Tokyo. So you can see, oh, so that's Shinjuku. Oh, so that's there. So that's that. It's a nice shot. It's not the highest sky deck that you'll go to, but it's one of the best if you just want to go chill and relax. A bit pricier because it's not that high if you're going to compare it to the rest, but it's still pretty fun. Once again, we're gonna do the thing. We're gonna cross the road, but we're not gonna cross diagonally. We're just gonna turn here. We're just gonna turn here. I wanted to end the video towards this area. Oh no, it's the police. Be cool. Be cool. Safe. Alright. Now, we're gonna end up here. I'm pretty sure I just got in the way of a model modeling. She was modeling like this, and I was just walking like this. Sorry. Alright. That's where we started. That's Shibuya Station, the JR Shibuya Station. And we're gonna cross here. We're gonna go under the bridge here. What a vibe. I really hope that the microphone's working, because I'm pretty sure we just heard a lot of this and that everywhere. So it's a nice vibe. It's noisy, but you don't go to Shibuya for peace and quiet, right? Ooh, I wonder if the microphone can pick that up. A train's just passing right now and I can't even hear my voice. So I wonder if the microphone can hear me. Alright, alright. We're headed here. One of the newest things, or newest attractions that you will find here in Shibuya. We'll end the video right here, or roughly here. We have Miyashita Park. I would be quite honest and say, you don't go here for culture, you go here for the vibes. Alright, so in the lower floor of Miyashita Park, you're going to see a lot of bars. And actually, no, it's nice too. I want to show it to you guys. I want to show that to you guys. Oh, before I continue about talking about Miyashita Park, you can see, if you can see that there, far there in the distance, you can see Tower Records. If you're a huge music fan, and I know we're in the age, we're in the digital age, not a lot of people use CDs, not a lot of people use, I mean, some people are using the vinyl, but it's still a vibe. Like, even if I don't have like a CD player, sometimes it's tempting to buy music there. So if you're a music fan, highly recommend it. But again, as we're walking towards it, this is Miyashita Park. It's not a place of culture, it's a place of shopping and food. There's a lot of good food there. There's a burger place and a very, very niche Mexican place called Taco Bell. Amazing, I highly recommend it. Also, this really, really authentic Chinese restaurant. It's called Panda Express. Highly recommend that if you're into fine dining, check out Miyashita Park. But in terms of shopping, they have a lot of amazing stuff there. They have a lot of skateboard shops. I guess they have a lot of high-end fashion that I don't understand. But yeah, they have a lot of good stuff to check out. Nice to see. But here we go. Look at these beautiful lights. Unfortunately, in this video, we're not going to enter here. But the beautiful vibe of this area is that once you enter this strip of bars, it's actually just one long strip indoors of different bars, but it's constructed in such a way that it's like you're in a city of bars. Like every road that you turn is just another bar, and it's really cool. It's something for you to look forward to. And on the topic of bars, and hopefully I can find it somewhere here, I want to end this video by talking about an important word that you'd want to learn when you're here in Japan, and that word is nomihodai, which basically means all you can drink. And it's amazing if you actually gonna look at the characters Nomi Hodai. Nomi basically means to drink. Ho is basically, and I hope I explained this properly, it's like to release, to liberate, to basically like that, to release and to liberate. That's what Ho means, and Dai is like on the topic of. So it's basically on the topic of liberating yourself with drinks. I know that's just a weird way of saying all you can drink, but for them to use those words or those characters and those meanings, it's pretty cool. And if you see that word, Nomi Hodai, it's all you can drink. And it's actually quite common, and it's quite amazing and quite dangerous. So before you guys go do your Nomi Hodai, you have to drink, remember to drink responsibly. And I think this is a good spot to end the video. And I do want to really emphasize, if you guys go to Shibuya or go anywhere into Tokyo or Japan during this time, you guys gotta layer up. And if you see something like this, a heater, this is gonna be your best friend. But I guess that's it. I have no smooth way of ending this video. I just wanted to show you guys these bits and pieces of Shibuya. It's a really fun place for drinking, for shopping, for fun, which is the same. I can say that about anywhere else in Tokyo. Highly check it out. And if you guys enjoyed this type of video, this tour, this walkthrough, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys next time.